Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to FootMob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out FootMob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Footmob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Remember to check out Footmob's social channels on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you for listening to Footmob's audio commentary. Be sure to check out player ratings, shot maps, and more in-depth info on the match page. Back, you're listening to audio commentary coverage from the MetLife Stadium in New York. It's Fluminense 1, Ulsan HD2 at half-time. This Group F match, 3 magnificent goals. Two teams coming out away to our left far corner, the tunnel for Fluminense players. At the MetLife Stadium, we've got 2 tunnels, one at the other end of the ground. That's where the Ulsan HD players are coming out. A bit different, isn't it, the MetLife Stadium? But simultaneously waiting for the second half. Out nice and early, the Fluminense head coach Menezes. Menezes. Very happy. His side completely controlled the first half, lead by a goal to go through John Arias with a brilliant free kick. A counter-attacking goal scored from the angle by Lee Jin. He made it 1-1. He shocked Fluminense and then they conceded deep into stoppage time into the second half. Joan Freitas, the Argentine, with slice clearance out to the left-hand side, crossed in by Lee Jin and Ulsan, stooping down 8 yards out, diving header, brilliant goal, one of the goals of the tournament. I think we've seen probably 2 goals here today, contenders for goal of the tournament. It really has been great first half and a shock on the cards. Another comeback. A day of comebacks. It's underway in this second half. So distinctive red and green striped shirts and the red shorts and socks of Fluminense. Ulsan in their change kit of all white with the light blue stripes in the shirts, just like Argentina in a way. So first half. Went back to a ball. Fluminense. Certainly not second best in the first half, but they were in terms of the scoreline. With Ulsan trying to start the second half, how they finished the first. Changes. So the first half. Play the second half. Ronaldo is the player that's come on for Ganzo. I think I saw the build up just now, and just having a quick look down there. Ronaldo, centre forward. German Cano slightly further ahead than Ganzo would have done. Ganzo could have scored 3 goals in the opening 2 minutes. Express track Fluminense. They will not be happy with the fact that they have surrendered the goal advantage to the trail here by 2 goals to 1. It might make for an interesting second half, that's for sure. All across by Freitas. Silva. It's all the time in the world just to pick his pass to Hercules. Once again, it's with the left back Fuentes all the way across to Thiago Silva, the captain of Fluminense. Giving up the orders, orchestrating his back line, getting the team sorted out. He won't be happy. His high standards certainly not set with defending for both goals. Not his fault for either. He somehow stayed in play. The clearance from Trojak. Apply the pressure now. Fluminense and the mojo finding confidence again. Freitas. Fuentes into the penalty area. It's a good hold-up play by Everaldo. He goes down and he gets a free kick. Up just outside the penalty area on the near side. He's got Eve on his back, but it's Everaldo. He's got a free kick. He just got caught by Miloš Trojak, Polish defender, former Karena Chorazov player. Should be able to go for the free kicks, John Arias. Scored 21. First half has been long overdue. Hilarious. Whip this in from the left-hand side, in towards the back post. Terrible free kick. He did slip, in fairness to him. His trailing foot probably not helping the delivery. As it slipped beyond him. Just one win in their last 5, Ulsan HT. Last 5 competitive matches. They've not won in their last 3. Not in great form coming into this tournament. Maracanã in Rio de Janeiro, one of the iconic stadiums of the world. Last season they were averaging over 30,000. Well supported. They've got a number of supporters here today. Certainly outnumbering the support of Ulsan. It will feel like a home game to them in terms of atmosphere out there. Disappointing early evening kick-off this one so far for Fluminense, dominating the game but losing 2-1, having led. Now they're chasing the game. That is the open invite for the South Korean side to retreat back and defend in numbers. In comes the corner from Fuentes, glanced away by Yongguang, and now the break is on. They do look dangerous on this counter-attack. Wong Sang to the near side, and Eric Farias pulls it back to the edge of the penalty area. Not a great pass to find Lee Jing-young. He's still got it though. Lee Jing-young into the penalty area. That could be 3. It should have been, and it may yet be. It was a ball by. It was played in by Yannick, and it was Ludvigsson that got the cross in. Yannick just chipped it in. Ludvigsson made the run, and it kind of hit him on the thigh. He backheeled it. And then the attempted shot at goal by Kang Sang-woo, deflected behind for a corner. Should have done better, really. Ludvigsen, I thought won a corner, but he's actually gone out and played just the other side of the corner flag. Sang-woo gets it back again from the throw. It's a corner. It is a corner this time. For Fuentes. 9.5 minutes into the second half. From a neutral point of view, that second goal just perfect. It's leading by 2-1, but they're looking for a third here. Dalajab, Swede to take the corner towards the near post. Goalkeeper came. I think the touch came off of Farias rather than Fabio. Pushed it against Farias. Fabio and a goal kick given. Goal kick played short to Fuentes. Fuentes back to Freitas. Freitas handing the baton to Martinelli. Martinelli in Hercules goes all the way back to Thiago Silva, the captain. Gently jogs forward and just plays it comfortably out to Guga. He's not in a rush. He is in a rush. That's not the ball that they need, because that's straight over the top and into the goalkeeper's. Arms. No composure at all. Kang-soo cross in away by lifted forward. Fuentes tapping the ball inside to Martinelli again. Martinelli looks up, plays it to Guga, the right back, over on the far side of the pitch. And seeing those dark red and green stripes, with the white stripes in between every stripe as well. It's a distinctive kit that's iconic in its own right. Towards the edge of the penalty area. Alvarado was sniffing. Ludvigsen was back there to mop things up. Plays it to Bojanic. Bojanic goes to return, just toe pokes it forward, but straight into the flight path of Thiago Silva. It's a nice touch from Arias. Now wide by Hercules. A little bit of urgency, a little bit of tempo from Fluminense. Kevin Serna. Kevin Serna, free kick given by referee. Michael Olive being lined up. Let's just quickly go through the lineup now in Cano for penalty area. Of the Ulsan 2 South. marked by Thiago Silva. Same word. This game, they've grown into this game, Aldrich, at the time when they were 1-0 down. Football's a funny old game. Time. But behind is second spell. The club. Driving Cano. He looks better now. He's got substitute for half. Time Alvarado. Guga. He sent it out. Header over the crossbar. Was from more fluid. Kevin Cerner's coming off, and they're going to replace him formally with Palmeiras and Botafogo, conquerors of Paris Saint-Germain, of course. So Keno on and Renato on. Renato on loan from Santos, as I mentioned earlier. There's 3 changes now for Fluminense to try and rescue the situation here. They're stuck with the same 11. Without any changes so far, UHD. To the hour mark, we're just about to enter the 60th minute of this game. Ulsan HD 2. South Korean K-League side are on course at the moment for a big shock. Ken immediately involved. 2 players around him. Wins a throw in, level with the edge of the penalty area. Package to Fuentes, the Colombian fullback. To the Argentine central defender, Juan Freitas. Thiago Silva. Freitas again, and then returning to Fuentes. Wide to the left-hand side. Keno into the penalty area. Trying to get the cross in. Alvarado succeeds only in being blocked by Milos Krojak, and it will be a corner. Though the flag is up. It's the right decision by the assistant referee over on the far side, James Mannery. That will be a free kick rather than the corner. Frustration for Alvarado. Frustration for German Cano. That front 2 starting to look at those green shoots to prosper with. Still trailing here by 2 goals to 1. A-League champions on 5 occasions, including the last 2 seasons. Ulsan HD. Slipped wide by Fuentes to Keno. Keno, a wrestling match with Song Byung-ko. Song Byung-ko comes out on top and wins the throw. He takes it to Farias, and the Brazilian must be loving this against his homeland club. Brazilian striker, played for Juventus, also played for Vejle, Scandinavia. Come again, substitute, Keno cuts in from the left into the penalty area. 2 subs combining. Alvarado can't quite find Keno, cleared away. Only as far as Guga. Guga quickly gets it wide from one fullback to the other. Fuentes on the outside of him, on the left hand side is Keno. Keno taking on Lee Jae-ik, coming inside, trying to get the return from Arias. It was a pretty lazy touch from Arias, if I'm honest. Fuentes still has it, gets the cross in, this time away by Trojak. It keeps coming back at them at the moment. Ulsan, driving run into the penalty area from Keno. Beat 3 there, pulled it back to the edge of the penalty area and only found Sang-woo Kang and cleared. It's gone down the other end now. Fabio quickly out. Forward by Guga. Guga finding Freitas. Hercules. Pushing forward Fluminense, trying to get back into the groove which they had for much of the first half, dominating but only scoring the 1 goal, and then suddenly bang bang out of nowhere. Ulsan winning 2-1. This is a chance for an equaliser. Gets past his defender. There's Keno on the left hand side. He's looked lively. It's good defending though. Farias behind for a corner. Change coming up. And it's the first of the game. The Koreans, and they're going to take on Sang-woo. Bring on central defender Choi Sok-yeong. Long way to hold on yet. We're only on 63 minutes. It's a corner. Another defender on. They've got 4 players on the pitch who are central defenders outright. For Ulsan, gives you an idea of what their philosophy is now, leading this game by 2 goals to 1. Here comes the corner. It's a deep one. Sent away almost immediately by the newly introduced Seo-kyung Choi. Arias. Brilliant free kick gave Fluminense the lead. Seems a long time ago now. Cleared away. They are defending in numbers. It's a back line of 6 at the moment, trying to fend off Fluminense. Keno, seen a lot of the ball since he came on about 5 minutes ago. Keno again on the left hand side, chance to tease his way forward up against wide to Fuentes. Fuentes floats one in, great ball, glanced away by Ludvigsson. It will be a throwing over on the far side to Fluminense, in a hurry to take it. He left by Keno. It's going to be taken by Guga. It's back to Thiago, back inside to Freitas, just beyond the centre circle, down to the left hand side. Keno teasing his way inside, floating into the back post, but it's far too strong. Watched carefully behind by Gustav Ludvigsson, the Swede, for a goal kick. 64.5 minutes gone. Fluminense 1, Ulsan HD 2. Just hasn't quite gone the way of Fluminense so far. 0-0 in the first game against Dortmund. They are chasing. They are unbeaten in 7, Fluminense. They won their last 4 before the 0-0 draw against Dortmund. In the Maracanã. Work to do against Mamelona Sundowns if they don't pick anything up in this game. And it does hand the initiative. The Group F to Dortmund, who would be top with 4. Ulsan coming forward. For long, it's Fluminense. It's out to the edge of the penalty area, and there's the equalising goal. Well, it was coming. Cross came in. Out to the edge of the box, and he's not long been on the pitch, Nonato. Probably about 10 minutes or so. On loan from Santos, he had plenty of time and space, and despite all the defensive players that they got back there, Ulsan, they couldn't get anywhere near him, and it's 2-2. Just moments after bringing on a defender for a midfielder to shut up shop. It's backfired a little on Ulsan. It was good play because it was started by Nonato, gets it wide to fellow substitute Keno, teasing his way into the box. The cross came in, it hit the knee. Of Trojak, and it went straight wide-footed from the edge of the 18. It back again. High up the pitch. It's a good win that from Juan Arias. Alvarado gets across in, floating header, and it was wide. Oh, that's a big miss from German Cano. Another flying header, a little bit like the diving header in the first half from Wong Sang But this time, he's put it wide. He had to change the angle. He glanced it wide when he should have scored. Flying at the ball, German Cano, the Argentine. The Vasco da Gama man almost scored his second goal of the season. It's wide, and the game has changed again. It's not been a dull game, this one at all. 2-2. Fluminense, you will feel, are the favourites again now. They've got the bit between their teeth with that equalising goal. Very well taken goal by Nonato. He had a lot of time and space, which didn't really fit in with the way that the game was going, because they were defending really well, Ulsan, and then out of nothing, game changes on its head again. Free kick taken by Fluminense. Too quick for referee Michael Oliver. Calls it back. Fuentes inside the Ulsan half and wide again to Keno, who made that goal in his roundabout way. It wasn't an assist, but his cross came off the knee of the defender Trojak and went straight to Nonato to make it 2-1. Fluminense back in the game. They were leading, then they were trailing, and now they're back level. Freitas square to Nonato, the goal scorer, that second goal, on as a substitute. Santos, there is murmurings that it will be a permanent move next window. We should wait and see. Once again, it's Keno on the left-hand side, seeing lots of the ball, gets the cross in, but it wasn't a very good ball in. Made by Yongguan. They haven't got it far. This is Guga on the right-hand side. Tries to lift it into the penalty area. It's blocked by Sokyon. Guga again. Hercules. Guga on his left foot, so he's not going to hit it first time. He's going to wait, then come inside onto that right foot, reverses it back out wide again. This is Kano. Gets the ball in. It's a dangerous ball. It goes straight through everyone. Did enough there at the back. Sokyon Choi to put it behind. He didn't actually get the last touch, so it is going to be a goal kick. The presence of Alvarado is causing a nuisance. Just about to hit the 70-minute mark. 20 minutes to go. Fluminense 2. Ulsan HD 2. Turn down the line. There's Wong Sang and he runs straight to the elbow of an opponent. Ion says the referee. Nonato, well picked off by Ludvigsen, and a quick ball down the middle, and they're away here potentially with Lee Jin-young, and he goes to go round the goalkeeper. He does get round the goalkeeper. The referee says goal kick as opposed to penalty. He says that the goalkeeper came out and got a bit of the ball before he got quite a bit of Wong Sang He's listening to VAR though on this one. Let's have a little look again. He's gone flying through the middle. He's got away from the defender Freitas, so I don't think he's had a particularly good time of things. Goalkeeper's come a long way out. Does he get the ball? Yes, he does, and it slips through his hands. That's not a penalty. Michael Oliver got that one spot on. He'll get back up from VAR. He did send the player sprawling, but whilst, he's still on the ground, Wong Sang. It's fair to say, the goalkeeper had both hands on the ball when he ran into the striker, because he had control of that ball. Isn't a foul. So Strauss, I think they're going to get a penalty for that, I'm afraid. He's still down, Wong Sang, the South Korean international. Scored that wonderful diving header in the first half to give his side the lead. Songbyun to Farias. Farias holds it up really well, returns it wide to Songbyun again. Bojanic lifts it out to fellow Swede Ludvigsson. Ludvigsson bringing in Youngwon. Youngwon hits the feet of Lee Jin-young. Chipped forward by Darijan Bojanic in towards the penalty area. Good run forward that by Gustav Ludvigsson. Cleared away by Guga up to the halfway line. Solid header away by Freitas, the Argentine. Controlled by Hercules, slips slightly, it's looped up in the air, comes down for the Brazilian who plays for the Koreans, Eric Farias. And they can drive forward. Still Farias, still got the ball. Holds it up well. Still down the right-hand side, Farias. He's got it again now. Two defenders in front of him. He's level with the edge of the penalty area. Tries to play it inside towards Jin Young Lee. So unable to do so. Wong Sang has gone off and he's landed awkwardly in that penalty shell. Don't know that he's going to be able to carry on. He's gone down the tunnel. As Wong Sang, sad ending after such a great goal in the first half. It looks like he's got a shoulder injury from the awkward landing from the clash with Fabio, but Fabio has his hands on the ball. This is Fuentes. Fuentes down the left, waiting for support. Has to check back. Does so. Keno driving into the box. Keno goes for the return. He just about gets it back from Arias. Still Keno finding the ball that goes out to the right-hand edge of the penalty area, and Guga back to Hercules. Hercules to Guga again. Wide on the right still. Checked all the way back to Thiago Silva. He hits the feet of Fuentes. Fuentes helps it wide again to Keno. Keno can take on the defender Jae-ik. Fuentes. Silva, Fire, Freitas, and then Guga. Guga with a cross. Great ball in. He just needed to attack it there, Alvarado, and he didn't. If he attacks the space in between the two defenders from a brilliant ball in from Guga, and that would have been 3-2. And I think he knows it. Should have done better. Carver is about to come on for Ulsan. Down to 10 men at that time. Carver will be a straight replacement. Comes on the right hand side for the injured Wong Sang. Carver, Venezuelan international. Started his career in the books of Lazio and Benfica. We're going for a cooling break now. Yeah, Michael Oliver calls the cooling break after 74 minutes. Tries to get the fluids on board. One late push. Who can take the initiative in this game? Cooling break comes with 16 minutes to go. Just to give you the story of the game, Fluminense could have scored 3 times in the opening 2 minutes. All 3 chances came to Ganzo. Just couldn't seem to find a way past Yong Woo in the Ulsan goal. That was the story of the first half. They eventually took the lead Brilliant free kick from John Arias, and that was to set the scene. A brilliant breakaway goal. Lee Jin-young equalising, and then in first half stoppage time, a diving header from the now departed Wong Sang-um made it 2-1. Fluminense then equalising thanks to a goal from Lenato. 16 minutes to go. It's up for grabs, as they say. Just having a look at that equalising goal to make it 2-2. All the time in the world to control it. Brought it down well. Good first touch, just onto his right foot. Opened up his body and sidestepped it into the corner from the edge of the 18-yard box. Equalising goal for Fluminense coming moments after Ulsan had taken off a midfielder and brought on a defender. Albeit the defender came on, Soik Hyong Choi can play as a holding midfielder. So a throw in to Ulsan, which is going to be taken by Choi Seok-kyung. Seems to have slotted in on the right hand side at the moment. Takes this throw down the line. Brings another one. Drinks break over. Fluminense 2. Ulsan 2. Dortmund won a thriller 4-3 earlier on in this group against Mamelodi Sundowns. 7 goals in that one. We've had 4 in this one. It's the group of goals, it seems. It wasn't in the first game, 0-0 between Dortmund and Fluminense. Also only 1 goal in the game against Mamelodi Sundowns, and South Africans scored that. Matchday 2 has been far more productive. Driving run forward from Kenna. Stopped in his tracks by Soik Hyong Choi. Plays the ball inside to Bojanic. Back out to Jayik. Jayik can't get forward though, and Keno nicks it off of him. Maybe a chance here for Arias. Tries a shot, blocked down really well by Young Guan. He's had a solid game at the back for Ulsan. Played out wide by Hercules. Another good teasing cross in from the right hand side by Guga. Headed away this time by Jayik. Player down for Ulsan. That will bring a pause to proceedings. Side that tend to go far in the Asian Champions League, the AFC Champions League, twice winners, 2012-2020. Clash of heads scores this hold-up play. Player down is Seong Boom Ko, the Samsung Blue Wings player. I thought it was a head injury. Treatment seems to be the lower half of his body. He's on his feet now. Will be just a few more minutes to add on to the 90. 11 minutes to go. Slight hobble for Seong Boom. Well, they will not be winning for Fluminense, but their fans are enjoying this occasion. They're making plenty of noise. Feel that they can go on and win this game, and if they do, it would pretty much out the group. Dortmund on 4, it would leave Fluminense on 4. Pretty much stamp the expected 2 to go through, Fluminense and Dortmund, but it is still 2-2 here. That is not the case at all. The draw, Fluminense would be on 2 points, Ulsan 1, Borussia Dortmund 4, Mamelodi Sundowns would be on 3, so all to play for. Ulsan really do need to win this game. Draw would only put them on 1 point. Likely to catch Dortmund. With Fluminense playing against the Sundowns, there's going to be one of those two picking up something. way they can really go through is if they beat Dortmund. Maloda, Sundowns draw, and then you're coming down to goal difference. So really, when you're looking at that, a draw is not enough. They are effectively out with a draw. Ulsan, they are going to throw caution to the wind with a triple substitution in a moment. I mean, Hyoek Kim is one of the three players coming on. We'll keep an eye on that. Hercules, former Fortaleza player. Spread wide to the right, but that's good reading by Sokyong Choi. Stops in his tracks like by Freitas. Freitas forward. Keno. Room again on the left-hand side. He's looked really dangerous when he's come on here. He's weaving his way into the box towards Hercules. It needs the help of Guga to get it to Hercules. And then wide to Arias. Trying to get the cross in. He succeeds in winning a corner off of Ludvigsen. 81.5 minutes gone. 2-2. Corner to Fluminense. Will be added time on top of the 8 or so minutes still remaining. Here comes the corner. Not the greatest. Comes out to Alvarado. It's sideways by Guga. And Hercules. Putting the ball wide to Fuentes. Fuentes does well. Goes all alone and wins another corner. Corner kick to Fluminense. 8 minutes to go. Ulsan holding on. They really need a goal. They've got to throw caution to the wind. Mathematically, they won't be out, but it would be mission impossible to get through. And the ball returned into the penalty area, and there's the third goal. And they might well be out now, and it's Freitas that bundles it home. The big defender who's at fault for the second goal that Ulsan scored, but he made no mistake there. His first goal of the season, and the Argentine fires the Brazilians ahead. Fluminense lead once again, and it's a goal from Juan Freitas up from the corner, who scores from close range. Calm finish in front of the hordes of Fluminense fans behind that goal away to our left. Corner is floated in. First header won. And it's turned back in, and the edge of the 6-yard box is all a bit scrappy. First return coming in from Cano, and he pulls it back, and he side foots it into the corner with his left foot, Juan Freitas. And the former Newell's old boy has given his side the lead. It's 3-2. We've had a thriller here. 5 goals in this game now. Fluminense 3, Ulsan HD 2. That's a good finish from Freitas. 5 goals. No yellow cards yet, would you believe, in this game. Just with the goal though, that's just what they needed. And now they really are staring down the barrel, Ulsan. They will be out with a defeat. A draw would keep them just about in check, but they would need to absolutely tear apart Borussia Dortmund and win by 2 clear goals. And the changes. Now they really have got to throw caution to the wind. First change is Boyanec, who's had a good game. He comes off. Namun coming on. That's a like-for-like change. Yule is also on. Comes on for Xiongbu. 6:27 and off. Here's the other player to come on. White winger, Lee Chung-yong. That's not the only change. They're going to do a couple of changes themselves here, are Fluminense. They turn to goal defensive on us. Guga. The right back is going to make way for another right back in the experienced Samuel Javier. So making way, German Cano replaced by midfielder in Facundo Bernal, so they'll leave Alvarado on his own up top. So Xavier and Bernal on for Fluminense. Yul is on, Chung Yong is on, and Wu Young is on for Ulsan. Need an equaliser just to keep themselves mathematically in this tournament. 4 minutes to find it when they scored one late in the first half. Can they do so again in the second? But then have to try and beat Borussia Dortmund, probably by 2 clear goals. And then it would only take them to 4 points. That's providing to get one in this game, which they're not heading towards at the moment. 4 points, that would mean that we'd need a draw between Fluminense and Sundowns. In the case, Fluminense would win the group and also would go through second, but that is a big ask, and they need an equaliser here. That's just to keep that pipe dream alive. Trojak will take this throw. Hanging by a thread, their meagre existence in this competition also. South Koreans trailed, led, and now trail. Xavier, fresh pair of legs over on the far side. 35-year-old veteran, trying to get forward. Played over 100 games for the club, former Palista player. Renato. Down the line it goes for Xavier, Samuel Xavier. Good mopping up at the back from Facundo Bernal. Wu Young gets it away. It's not properly cleared. It's come back out as far as Keno, who makes room for the shot and pulls it wide. He's looked really lively down the left-hand side, Keno. He's another veteran at 35. Hasn't scored this season, but he's looked really lively since he came on as a sub, but that wasn't particularly good finishing. It could have been 3 up before Ulsan came back out of nowhere to score 2 quick goals before half-time to lead 2-1. Saw some fantastic goals in the first half. Disappointed the 2 goals in the second half haven't been quite up to the standard, but it's been a good game nonetheless. We've had 5 goals here. We've got 2 minutes to go. Ulsan have the ball. With Chung Yong to Yong Guang. Choi. Gets it wide to Chung Yong again. The right-hand side. Akava. Flicked on by Yul. Doesn't really go anywhere. It didn't look promising at all. It was all a bit lofted up and hope from Ulsan. It comes to nothing. The throw. Taken really quickly. Trying to get that ball forward. So Trojak got to throw caution to the wind here. No Victor. He's had a good game in that left wing back position for the South Korean side. Get the ball forward, Arias, and he just got a knock in the ribs there. That's a painful one. He's gone down as Arias. It's going to kill a few more seconds. He's been winded. He's got caught by the knee in the rib cage. I don't think there was any speedy impact. Still be painful, in slow motion. He's back on his feet. He is still holding the side of his body, grimacing slightly. So he will reenact his brilliant free kick goal in his head right now. That will perhaps numbs the pain of the terrible clearance that led to the second goal for Ulsan right before half-time and stoppage time. Here's Freitas. Long ball forward. What a ball that is. Alvarado into the penalty area, tries to cut inside, 2 against 1, and it's taken off of him by Will Young. Holding midfield player, just kind of sitting there in front of a back two of Young Guang and Trojak. They're trying to get bodies up the park as much as they possibly can, but Player of the Match award is always voted for by the general public around the world, and it's gone to Jean Arias. It's more of a who's going to make the headlines vote. Jean Arias has had the greatest of games, but that free kick was the casting vote, if you like. Ball churned down the line for Xavier. Xavier runs onto it, fresh legs. He might be 35, but he's still got fresher legs than many out there in the searing heat of the MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. Another sweltering day. And the forecasts in the coming days, it's going to get hotter and hotter. A heat wave here in the US. Fluminense coming forward, long ball forward. Leader equaliser. Farias was trying to get on the end of it. It's been cleared away. Nanata carries it forward. Arias. Nanata again. Trying to take the ball in towards the penalty area. Arias peels away from the defender. Can he get the cross in? He can. The header towards goal. And there's the goal for Keno. Arias with a cross. Keno with a header. 4-2. Game over. And Ulsan can pack their bags. They are out of the Club World Cup. Well, that was a really well taken goal. They didn't have any real venom in the way in which they attacked with pace there. It was very slow, but they just didn't have anyone back, Ulsan, and they were caught in even numbers. And Keno was on the end of it, just to guide the header out of the reach of Yongwo and into the corner. Fluminense 4, Ulsan 2. Easy, easy. Assist to go with his free kick goal from Arias, the player of the match. Maybe justifying the people's vote. Just chipped it in. He's got his first goal of the season. Now the 35-year-old got there ahead of Soikyong Choi. Guides his header, loops it into the far corner, out of the reach of the static goalkeeper, Yongwoo. 4-2. Fluminense will go on to 4 points. Borussia Dortmund are on 4 points. The Sundowns are on 3 points. So as Ulsan are out, last game is Fluminense against the Sundowns. If Sundowns beat Fluminense, Fluminense will be out unless Ulsan beat Borussia Dortmund by more. So that is turning into a game that could effectively be a knockout, couldn't it? Fluminense against Sundowns in about 3 days' time. It's 4-2. We've got 7 minutes of added time. We've played nearly 4 of them. Kind of overlooked the fact we're into a stoppage time. It's a corner to Ulsan into the penalty area. We've already had a 4-3 today. We're not going to have another one, are we? Both games in this group ending 4-3, maybe. Flicked on and away by Xavier. Xavier can't really get it clear. Ludvigsen. Comes the cross from Trojak. Can't really get any height on it. Trojak, big and strong player. He's beaten in the air by someone who's a foot shorter than him. Arias, long ball forward. Held up well by Alvarado. Could go for the jugular here. Out wide again to the dangerous Keno. Keno with a run into the penalty area. Tries the curling effort. Takes a deflection. It doesn't go away for a corner. It drops instead to Ludvigsen, who's back by the corner flag trying to clear. They now know, also, that they are going to be going home after the final game against Borussia Dortmund. But in itself, that fixture will be an experience again against one of the big sides in the tournament. Keno has just received a yellow card. It's come in the 95th minute. It's the first of the game from Michael Oliver. Farias into the penalty area. The Brazilian tries to get the shot in. It hits one of his own players, which was Lacava. kind of cleared it here. Now Arias can't really turn to get the ball away. So again, Ulsan trying to feed the ball into the penalty area, plucked out of the air by Fabio. Vastly experienced goalkeeper. He's played over 150 times for the club. This after they signed him from Cruzeiro, where he played 789 first team matches for Cruzeiro. I think that earns legendary status, I would imagine, at most clubs. If you play 789, it's largely unheard of, isn't it? The 44-year-old has just been going forever. And there's no stopping him. There's no sign that he's going to retire. He's 4 years older than Ronaldo. He's 4 years older than Thiago Silva. There are top managers around the world that are 10 years younger than him. Loving life. Is there to be a consolation goal here for Lacava? He's weaved his way into the penalty area. It would be some goal if he scores. Oh, that's a good save by the goalkeeper. Well, Fabio got down to push it round the post. Otherwise, it would have been a good goal for Matthias Lacava, the Venezuelan. Weaving his way inside, he clipped it towards goal. It took a slight deflection. Left-handed save. Brushed the post on its way out for a corner. It's grazed the post and corner kick to Ulsan. If they do score here, and they've got about 10 seconds, it means that both games in this group today would have finished 4-3. 13 goals in the two games in Group F today. There's only one goal between all four teams on match day 1. What a difference a match day makes. Corner to Ulsan. 4-2 down, on their way out of the tournament. In it comes, it eludes everyone, comes back out to Ludvigsson, who drives it across the face of a well-populated goal. No touch, no provider, just a goal kick. As the final whistle goes, Ulsan out, Fluminense on the brink of going through, but they will need to avoid defeat on the last day on match day 3 against Mamelona Sundowns.